Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bailey.
And I'm Raquel.
And this is the Whole Shebang Podcast.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to episode 22 of the Whole Shebang Podcast. A spooky episode.
It's almost Halloween!
Almost Halloween, my favorite time of year.
I do love Halloween.
Oh, I love fall. I love Halloween.
Well, it can be if you wear the right attire.
I guess so. The only thing I have Halloween is my underwear, and you guys are not seeing that today.
Yeah, I should have planned better and worn my pumpkin pajama pants to match my pumpkin shirt. And I also have the ghost t-shirt that says, "If you got it, haunt it." Which I think is amazing.
That's perfect. If you got it, haunt it.
I mean, yeah.
Live by that. So today's episode is going to be a short, quick, fun episode on Halloween.
Yeah, because currently you are visiting me in Toronto.
Yes.
So this is pre-recorded.
So, where do we start off with Halloween?
Let's talk memories. I like sharing memories. That's what we do here.
That is kind of what...
Until we run out of memories, but we've got 30-something years worth to share. So.
We got 30 years, and you know what? We're making more memories every day.
There, Bailey. It's all good. I can't find your head. Let me pat your head.
Don't I feel loved? It's
Yeah.
okay. Halloween memories. We live in Canada. What ones do you have? I remember wearing, like, jackets and coats over...
Oh, yeah. We're in northern Canada, so we're full
Yeah,
snowsuit. So
cold.
whatever costume you wore, you had to put over your suit.
I know.
It sucked.
And I just remember those masks when I was a kid that you couldn't breathe out of. They were the whole face mask. You
Yeah.
couldn't see, you couldn't breathe. Still wore them anyway.
Did you trick-or-treat in the country, or did you go to town?
Country trick-or-treating was the best.
I did both, but country, yeah, they know which kids are coming. You have to drive, so the parents do need to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's not.
But yeah, they know who's coming. My grandparents got to the point of handing out $5 bills to all the kids who came. Not just for, like, UNICEF. No, just with the candy.
Yeah. I remember, so my favorite time of year was Halloween, obviously then and now, because I do like the decor and just the weather and everything, except for the snow. If it stays, like, balmy, that's okay, but not, like, snow. But I remember trick-or-treating for me, we would have to bring garbage bags, because we would have our trick-or-treat bags, but we would empty them into garbage bags, and I would get, like, a full garbage bag just full of candy.
Okay, we always used pillowcases, and we brought, like, 4 or 5, and you several bags of pillowcases.
And usually when you went trick-or-treating in the country, especially like where I lived, they didn't skimp on the candy they gave. You paid for like the big candy bars.
So there was one house we used to hit up that was my dad's relatives, and they had loot bags for each kid that was coming. Because you get maybe 5 kids.
Oh yeah, they totally splurged. Nowadays going trick-or-treating is kind of like a lost art.
A little bit.
I don't see as many people trick-or-treating.
In this city, too, because I live in Toronto, and during Halloween, I'm obviously in Toronto, and my upstairs landlords have 2 small kids, and they do trick-or-treat, and they do give out candy, but it's not like I would expect it to be, considering it's Toronto.
Yeah.
But when I moved to Vancouver, my aunt explained that a lot of cultures don't celebrate Halloween the way we do, so when you have such a diverse mix, because where we're from is a lot of Europeans.
Yeah.
When you have that more diverse and, like, more recent immigrants even, because people who are just coming into, into Canada,
true.
like, it's not as widely celebrated.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that. That going out and trick-or-treating just isn't really a thing anymore. Like, I maybe see, like, 4 kids.
How old were you when you stopped trick-or-treating?
High school.
What year in high school?
Grade 9.
Was that your last time?
No, I didn't go in grade 9. I stopped in grade 8 going trick-or-treating. Once I reached high school, I wasn't going anymore.
I went to a friend of ours, and we decided to hit up her street because we hadn't planned on actually trick-or-treating. We just planned on watching Carrie. We ended up bringing pots with us. So we went, and where this particular friend lives is the nicest part of town with these mansions. And we went with these pots and very cheap costumes to these mansions where when you open the door, you see these gorgeous chandeliers and things. And yeah, it was a little out of place. We also went at 7 o'clock, so it was really early. We were some of the first trick-or-treaters. And we went to another friend's house who lives on the same street, and she saw us, and she says, "Nope," and slammed the door in our face. And she was supposed to be meeting us later that night, and she says, "You guys are embarrassing me."
You guys are embarrassing trick-or-treating.
It was a lot of fun, though, with our pots. We didn't get a ton of candy, but it was good.
See, yes, I did stop early, but we had to drive, and my parents were not driving me into town. So
That's fine.
what I remember as a kid was there was certain houses along the route that went like all out for Halloween. And I really wanted to be like one of these houses when I grew up because it was so much fun for me as a kid. I don't particularly like children, but I would like them to have these fond memories.
Mm-hmm.
So there was one house that we went to, and all the people of the house had dressed up like witches. And they had a big cauldron in their driveway with a fog machine and lights in the bottom of it. So it looked like they were stirring the cauldron, and then you'd walk up to the door and they'd cackle after you with their brooms and that, and you'd have to go get your candy.
You're not giving out candy, are you?
No, I'm not going to be there. So
My mom just puts the bowl at the end of the driveway.
yeah, I kind of want to get one of those automated things that you put at the end of the driveway that like people step up to it and it does something funky, but you can still get your candy anyway.
For 2 years when I lived in Cambridge, we gave out candy, and I used to decorate our yard with garbage bag ghosts, which is just like garbage bag stuffed. And then I could hear the kids one year walk past and go, "Oh, look at that house!" I was like, "It's not even well decorated, but thank you."
Right?
That's true.
Like, I remember decorating for Halloween was like a big thing when I was a kid.
My mom used to own all the stuff.
We had I think you could still find them somewhere. But it was leaf bags. So you'd rake up all
the dollar store sells them sometimes.
Yeah, and you could put them into like pumpkins or like, it's so much fun. And a great way to clean up your yard at the same time.
Sure. When I was really little, I used to come into town and Halloween with my cousins, who apparently you know.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. So we used to go around the city. But as I got older, our reoccurring guest, Judy and I, obviously we've known each other for decades, we used to trick-or-treat. And I remember one year, when we trick-or-treated in the country, my dad would drive us around if he was off, or my mom. And we would always have to stop at certain people we know. We lived really down the street from each other, but it was a 15-minute drive, because that's country roads. So we'd stop at my grandparents' house all the time. We have some delightful pictures. But there was one year, I think we were in grade 5 or 6, and we went trick-or-treating together. She was dressed as a cat. I distinctly remember her as a leopard. I think I was a witch. And my dad came along, and he got one of those masks. And he would follow us up to the houses, crouch down behind us with his little bag, and he'd hold it out too. And once he got the candy, he'd pull his mask off, cackling, going, "I'm an old man!" and then run away with his bag of candy to these poor flabbergasted people who all knew him. And they're like, "Oh, there he goes!" And like every house, including my grandparents. Yeah, poor Judy probably remembers that.
The only way my parents participated in Halloween was my mom would always drive me. It got so bad that my aunts and my grandma actually like made her a magnet of her car with a deer sewn on the front.
Oh, fun.
Because she hit one every year. We even got her like those things that you put on the car to warn the deer that you're coming.
Amazing.
And it would always be like just before our house.
That's funny.
So my parents have like 160 acres of farmland. And it would be as soon as we passed our neighbor's fence line, she would hit the deer. So it would run onto our property to die. And my dad she would get home and she'd be like, "I hit another one." He'd be like, "Okay." And he'd go out and we'd have deer meat. And she did that like every year for I think like 5 or 6 years.
Sure that wasn't on purpose?
And then we would have deer meat. But she did that every year, and that's the only way she participated in Halloween, other than driving me.
What traditions for Halloween did your elementary school do?
We had, we did first half of the morning was regular, and then the second half was like a Halloween party.
Yeah.
So we'd have like a Halloween parade. We'd all be able to get into our costumes.
Oh, yeah, we did that too.
And then we would parade. So it'd start with the youngest classes, and then you would go and you'd walk around the next class, and then the next class would follow you.
Okay,
and...
so it wasn't just my school.
Yeah, no,
too.
we did that too, and then we all had like a dance party in the gym for certain grades. Like younger grades who had to go back to their classrooms and like do fun Halloweeny things.
Yeah.
But as you got
for us,
older,
it was like grade 5 and up.
Yeah, for like the dance party thing. Then we'd all go into the gym and like they play Monster Mash and everything like that, and we get to have this little Halloween party.
I kind of miss doing like the Halloween craft times.
Ah, that was fun.
I mean, Christmas too, but for me it was Halloween. We used to, when I was really little, like grade 1 and 2, the week leading up to it, our gym class would be English themed. So we would play like Halloween songs, and there's one thing where they turned off all the lights in the gym. It had little glow lights. And we would do this game where you're following along with this really loud, boomy song where you're walking through the haunted woods. In grade 1, I broke my arm and I had a glow-in-the-dark cast for Halloween. My cast was glowing in the gym for that. It was fun. And then when I was also in Navy League when I was 9 to 13, they used to have a Halloween party every year where we get to come in costume instead of uniform.
Like,
And it was like there would be like maybe 3 times of the school year you would show up to Navy not in uniform. And that was one of them. The other times were for sports games, because it's really hard to play sports when you're in formal dress.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember we would all go all out for Halloween, because it's like the one time you're not in uniform. It's fun. What's your favorite costume?
Favorite time of year. Okay. So, one year, I remember this costume. I pulled it off so well. I think I still have pictures somewhere eventually. I was Mrs. Claus.
For Halloween?
For Halloween!
Amazing.
I had like my glasses down my nose like that, but they were like much smaller. I had a big white curly wig. And then I put on like bright red lipstick. And I was wearing a red robe. And I was Mrs. Claus for Halloween.
That's so cute.
Oh,
Is that your favorite one?
that was my favorite one. There was one other one I remember. I was like, oh, an alien. But this was much, much younger. When I had like one of the masks you can't breathe in. And I would go trick-or-treating with that. But yeah, the Mrs. Claus one was just...
That's adorable.
I remember, it was so fun. I loved that one. And it was a costume I had made myself. Because my mom and I would go and she wouldn't buy me the full costume sets that they have now. We'd go to Value Village and I'd be like, well, I want to be this. So we'd pick things.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember. I think one year I may have been a mummy and we just got like a white shirt and like ripped it up kind of thing. It was just fun to make our costumes. So we would just make our costumes.
My mom made my costumes when I was really little. There was one, I think it was senior kindergarten. I was princess, and I had like a purple sequin dress that she made. She sewed it. And then she took a party hat and she also wrapped in, so I had like the party veil. But my favorite costume I think that she ever made was when I was in grade 1 and I was Jessie from Team Rocket. Because Team Rocket were my role models. So
Of course they were.
Jessie,
Of course they were.
So we sprayed my hair with that like colored hairspray.
Did you ever get the sparkly kind?
And then she made me an outfit that had the R sewn on it for Team Rocket, and it like had a cover and a skirt. Yeah, it was great. It was pretty awesome.
So that was your favorite one?
Yeah, I did like gypsy or fairy. I did a lot of fairies, which is something easy.
Yeah.
There was one year my friend and I did Dead Bride and Bridesmaid. That was grade 7 or something. Yeah. I was the bridesmaid. The bridal dress she wore was insane. And then there was that one year you, me, and our other friend dressed as each other in high school, which was interesting. I was you. No, you were me. She was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, you just wore a sweater and a necklace, and you're like, I'm Ricky now.
I'm Ricky now.
That's fine, I just sprayed my
Do you
hair.
remember, when was it that I made us the heads? That was after high school. I had found styrofoam heads, and I don't think I did it for Halloween, though.
No, that was for her birthday.
Oh, too bad. Would have tied in nice if it was for Halloween.
Terrifying.
I made us all in like styrofoam heads because they were selling them.
And then they were scared. We walked into Value Village during Halloween. And you said, I need to buy these heads. I'm going to turn them into us for our friend for her birthday. And we walked out of Value Village with 3 heads.
It's always a fun time when you come shopping with me.
Sometimes you end up buying a gigantic box of cards like this.
It's a collection.
Speaking of which, now seems like a good time. So those are our
Halloween stories.
I'm sure there's
Right.
others we can share more in maybe next year's Halloween.
I will have the yard pimped out for Halloween and we can show you all that.
Maybe next year we can talk about the time Bailey brought me to a graveyard in the dark.
Like I said, always the fun times.
So I'm giving you a fun pack this time.
All right. It's that time of the video again. Lorcana card opening. Esme. You like the Esme.
Do you like it? No.
I'm getting better at that.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Means I've opened a lot.
Yeah, I still got a box too.
And I've only gotten like 1 gold.
Keep going.
Or, anyway, okay.
Open the pack.
All right, it's open, and we got Rabbit, a galactic communicator, Iago, Aladdin, Kakamora, Aunt Cass, Mosquito Bite, Prepare Your Bot, Card Soldier Spear, Captain Hook, ooh, John Silver, which is a holo, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, and he's also one of the ultra rare ones. Still haven't gotten that rainbow. Tadashi Hamada, which is another.
It's fun because you have Shiro too. It's shiny.
That is nice.
100 more to go.
Just 100 more to go. Well, I think that's it for our
2 more months of podcast episodes.
2 more months. I hope you guys have a very happy Halloween.
Woo! Do all the spooky things.
Woo!
We will be.
Very spooky. All right, guys. Happy Halloween. Cheers.
That's all for today. Catch us on Instagram where we drop teasers for the next show and our Discord account. Links are down below.